What's going on, everyone? I hope everyone is doing great. Now, we've reached a time in the EUC life where the power, speed, range, and just the popularity of these machines in general have caused us to start getting a little bit more creative and competitive, if you know what I mean. Now, to be specific, I'm referring to the Wheel Life Rally, which was just recently hosted by ThaBlackCobra in partnership with the WIC 338, arguably the best motocross track in the USA, a place where hardcore motocross riders come to push their gasoline-powered machines to the max, all in a scramble to find out who is the best. But we're not here to praise gasoline riders. Nope. We're here to delve into the life of battery-powered electric unicycles. Now, personally, I've always been extremely competitive, but this was something different, guys. It was amazing. First things first, shout out to an amazing rider by the name of Law. I mean, what a name, as if to say I am the law of the EUC world, you know what I'm saying? Now, honestly, that's exactly how he rode throughout the entire event. His skills are fluid, and I learned a lot just by riding with him, you know what I mean? Now, off-roading is not my cup of tea, but I gave it a try, and in my opinion, based on my standards, I did well. Now, I was a bit late to the event and completely missed the morning heat, which was mostly flat trail, sand, gravel, etc., but it was mostly flat. This is my strength, and it's just too bad that I missed out because the off-roading just killed me. But thanks to the ThaBlackCobra and Law, they sensed my thirst for flat surfaces and gave me a quick run in the form of a mock race. And honestly, guys, after the first ride, oh man, I went back again probably 2 more times. Just couldn't get enough of it, you know what I mean? It's not so much that I had a chance to ride flat surfaces, but it was the competitiveness between myself and these other guys, especially with Law, who is clearly a better off-roader than I am, with enough experience to teach me for days. This thing was just amazing. The thing is, as a rider, after I've pushed myself, you know, to a certain limit, without competition, I feel I've reached a plateau, if you will, where my skills don't really get any better. But riding with these guys, especially Law, allowed me to, you know, see certain holes in some of my riding styles and just my abilities in general.
What was that?
Like 5.
Yeah, I believe that.
Woo! Like 5, it's killing me.
Yep.
As an example, power pads and jump pads. Not once have I been interested in power pads in general, even after watching so many Kuji videos. Well, I take it back. I was actually interested in jump pads, not the power pads. Now, have you guys ever been in a situation where, you know, you're riding in the city and then you come up to a construction site where the entire road is blocked off? Just imagine being able to jump from the road onto the sidewalk with ease, and better yet, do all of this at speed. I mean, this is something I saw Law doing pretty much the entire time, and he did it with ease. Somehow he made the wheel part of himself, like literally, and this was just, in my mind, the type of riding level I would like to aspire to.
Did you see that? You saw it!
That's what I want to learn.
Did you see it?
Now, after witnessing Law's amazing performance and his abilities in general and his setup, I peeped out his setup, and like a spy, I just copied out all the layout, asked him as many questions as I possibly could, purchased the parts on Amazon, made a simple setup on my MSX with stuff I had around the house while I waited on the Amazon order, and we shall see how all this turns out. Stay tuned. I like that setup. This right here. This part, yeah, this. I like this. How'd you do that? What are these?
Exercise mat.
Oh, exercise mat? Yeah, this is awesome.
Yeah.
You
can escape it better. It
might-
doesn't matter what shoe you're wearing also.
And what did you put on the back?
Huh?
But what type of rider this is going to turn me into is something I'm very curious to find out. Anyway, enough about me, right? The event was amazing, unlike anything I've taken part in. I mean, like Sensei Vegan said in one of his videos, the off-roading track was extremely technical, and it caught me by surprise. It caught me off guard, to be honest, mostly due to the deep sand. After witnessing a few spills from experienced riders, I knew right away I had to immediately reduce my tire pressure. Like, that's the first thing I did when I saw someone take a spill, in order to prevent slipping during hard turns, and most importantly, just gain more traction, you know what I mean? So honestly, that was the smartest thing I ended up doing, okay? And I had very little time to figure all this out, but I did. My nerves felt like a child filled with sugar from all the candies he had consumed in the last 5 minutes. I mean, I was jittery, so jittery, extremely jittery, so much to the point where I even forgot my SD card for my camera. So my apologies for not having any videos on my ride, but I do have an amazing video from Law, and one captured by ThaBlackCobra using his follow me drone. Unless you guys were there yourselves, you just can't come close to understanding the excitement and competitiveness of this event. I was riding my MSX 84 volt, and Law was on his 2600 watt 100 volt RS, fully equipped with his version of power pads and jump pads. Now, what's beautiful about my 84 volt MSX is that the max top speed is 40 miles per hour. So I had nothing to worry about where speed was concerned, but I knew my MSX 84 volt 2000 watt motor was no match for the RS. Solution? I tilted my pedals back 4 degrees like I normally ride in the streets before the race. That gave me all the torque and performance I needed just to make it a challenge, or at least just to keep up where I could. Now on the straightaway, I felt the RS simply leaving me behind with ease. Again, because of all the specs I mentioned earlier. However, whenever I had a chance to catch up to him, I would push my MSX near beeping just because I had to keep up. Now imagine how much performance I would have with jump pads and power pads, you know, and having that setup on my torque version MSP on a similar path. I mean, I just can't wait to find out. The torque difference between the 84 volt MSX and the MSP on such surfaces, and any surface really, is just worlds apart. Next event will be something very interesting, since we all pretty much know what to expect. Now, you would think that because this path is practically flat, albeit it has gravels, sand, minor bumps, and other things that I don't even know what they are, but that it would be similar to riding on asphalt. Well, at least to me, this is very different. It was just different. It was more challenging because at any time with the wrong pressure and stance, you definitely risk the chance of sliding out. And I was able to maintain my speed because I closely followed Law's lines on the troublesome paths of the track. But on the more predictable parts, I would have no issues maxing out the MSX, even sometimes sliding out while making turns, you know what I mean? So I had complete control over turns while sliding. After 2 laps around this track, plus you know, previously riding the highly demanding off-roading track from earlier, my thighs were literally finished, and my only thought was, in case I fell due to lack of leg power, I should reserve enough strength to at least keep myself from a bad, humiliating crash, you know what I mean? So that's what you're witnessing right here, is literally me not trying to face plant. Now, what you didn't see was that Law jumped where I crashed. Like, he literally jumped over that patch. I probably could have slowed down, but at this point it was either do or die, and it wasn't even a race. So I decided to just go for it, just do it. This was just an exhilarating experience, guys. It had all the hallmarks of an F1 racing experience minus the follow cams, which hopefully we will have the next time.
Lawrence, number 3.
Lawrence!
But from the clips that you're seeing now on this video, and probably some other images you've probably seen from Law, from ThaBlackCobra, from Sensei Vegan, from a bunch of others, you can literally feel the atmosphere. It wasn't a lot of us, like it wasn't 30 of us, it was probably 20 or so, maybe a little more. You know, those that were riding, maybe all together, but the environment, the air was just energized. It was electric. Haha, it was electric, guys.
This is
Wheel Life Rally 2020, baby.
That's crazy, dude. That's awesome.
He's over
This is
here.
intense.
Showtime's in the back.
I am here at the Wheel Life Rally, and it was fantastic. It is fantastic. I just did a race, came in second. I crashed. Showtime won. Right here. Showtime!
Showtime!
That's awesome. This is great. I mean, this is like the first part of the race. You start over there, and then you ride up this thing. What? I'm the...
On your left.
Oh. Yeah.
Oh, nice recovery.
Dude, you're funny. Yo. The air was electric, okay? It felt amazing. I just couldn't contain myself. And I'm just happy I got to experience the flat track, because the off-roading track, it literally showed me how much I lack in terms of abilities. Guys, this track is amazing. Oh my gosh, it's amazing. Man, I need more training with my legs, because this is intense. Oh my gosh, what is this? Look at this, look at this. Oh, 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 oh! Oh. Oh, 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 woo! My legs are dead. Dead. Holy smokes. Oh. Holy smokes. Oh. Oh. Gosh. Oh my gosh. This is intense. Woo! Oh my gosh, if you're gonna do this, train your legs. Oh my gosh. Your thighs. It's not like riding on tarmac. I already knew this, but in terms of a race, in terms of being competitive, you can't just come in there with a wheel that's completely bare, you know, and expect to make any really good headway unless you're dealing with complete novices, which I am. The first time I went there purely on energy. I didn't go as fast in the beginning because I didn't know the track, but once I saw what everyone else was doing, I started trailing them and catching up to the more advanced, Showtime. Shout out to Showtime, and it was just fantastic. So, but towards the very end was where I felt like, hey, you just gun it, and I crashed because the sand caught me. But it was just beautiful. It was just beautiful, and I think an event like that, all of us coming together and demonstrating our skills and demonstrating our wheels. It's not really about us. It's about the entire event. It's about the EUC. It's about the people, of course, but it's not about any one individual. It's just about the community. It's what the ThaBlackCobra did was just amazing. It was amazing. Thumbs up, 2 thumbs up to the ThaBlackCobra. So let's see what comes next. But guys, until then, till next time. Hopefully next time you guys can join, and we'll have more of a competition. But this was just now I know that there are places in Europe that do this. I know that Alien Rides had recorded a video of an event like this happening in California, but it's never happened here in the East Coast, at least not here in Boston, and definitely not at an event like this where the track is pretty much renowned. So this particular track did not exist actually. The ThaBlackCobra and the owner went out and set this up, and the owner ended up creating a path specifically for us. So this was just amazing. It was a great way to end the season, and till next time, happy riding.